Hello, Capricorn. Your weekly love tarot begins with the Two of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups, wow, and the Five of Swords. Some strife there. Your person is coming in this week with King of Cups, the Moon, Seven of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. Some challenges there, Capricorn. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot. So Chariot energy coming in terms of getting ready for an adventure, right? Getting ready for an adventure, a journey, getting ready for a stage in your life that involves working towards a goal, right? We're going to come back to that Chariot energy. But right now, Capricorn, as we look ahead, there is some challenge. Seven of Swords is there and Five of Swords. So there's some shadow here. Let's get right into your energy, how you and your person are coming into the week. So for you, juggling a lot, Two of Pentacles. You may be juggling a lot of jobs. You may be juggling people, relationships. Right now, you got a lot of balls in the air. You're very, very busy. We're going to clarify that, of course, and your person is coming in with King of Cups. So listen, for them, they are very sort of I'm in charge right now of what they want in terms of relationships, who they want to come close to, who they want in their lives. They're not leaving anything up to chance, right? They're being very intentional about how they're wanting to move forward in any kind of love connection. So let's go ahead and get some clarity and see, because I do see ahead that it feels here almost, Capricorn, like you have a couple of people on your plate, right? You're juggling a couple of different relationships here. You may be having several, different people that you're dating, and that's fine, but I'm not entirely sure that your person here is there for it. Let's get some clarity. Yep, Four of Swords. You haven't pulled the trigger on any one of them. You haven't made a decision. And this person here, Knight of Pentacles, is desiring a concrete connection here. So this person wants something a little bit more committed, right? They want a committed relationship here. And you're kind of like, nah, I'm not ready. I'm not ready, and I'm not ready to make a decision, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. How do you guys see each other? Well, Capricorn, you see them, and you see Wheel of Fortune energy. So this person does represent sort of almost a fated connection. You feel like them coming to you is definitely the universe has brought them into you, right? There's something here about this person for you. But I'm not sure that you're prepared yet to commit to them or to give up anything else for them. They come in with moon energy for you. So when they see you, you are representing a territory that they're very unsure about. They can't read you. They can't really get a handle on what's going on with you. They know what they want, but they're not really sure what you want. And I'm going to say that it can be... it's a little bit, it's causing them some anxiety, some agita, some worry. And, listen, they move towards the Seven of Swords here almost. It's like this shadow here that they see, like not really understanding where you're coming from, could go down a difficult, it could turn, right? This could go sideways because I think a lot of it has to do with the fact, Capricorn, that you are just not being very committed to anyone right now. This is definitely a reading for a Capricorn who has multiple lovers right now, right? Certainly multiple people that you are interested in, or you're certainly not interested in just one person. You're absolutely single, but you're not single like you're not dating. You're just single. You're not committed to anyone. And this is really vexing for your person, because what they Devil energy, damn. What they desire most of all, is something concrete and committed. Capricorn, you're causing them to have to really sort of handle their emotions. Devil energy. This is your card, Capricorn. Okay? So you're showing up in your own reading. Can I get that card up? You're showing up in your own reading. And your person is coming in with strength. Some of you are dealing with Leo energy, Capricorn. Absolutely Leo energy, or your person is a Leo. but you're coming in Capricorn. Yeah, you're doing what you want to do. You're self-indulging right now. You're just in a really active phase right now. You're in a phase of your life where you're working hard, you're playing hard, you're highly creative. You're partying, you're enjoying yourself. This is just an extremely excited and active period. And yeah, devil energy, yeah, it can indicate a lot of self-indulgence and really just like throwing caution to the wind and playing to your desires. But the Capricorn energy of the devil also involves a high degree of creativity and manifesting goals, right? This is Kundalini energy. So it's really can be very positive. And this is what I feel for you, Capricorn. You are really leaning into this. Your person leaning into their strength, leaning into, this is going to, I feel like strength energy is like the difference between them possibly just getting paranoid, getting weird, doing weird shit because they desire you so much. They desire this. They want this with you. But this not knowing is really vexing them. Nevertheless, some of you, Capricorn, this person really sort of steals themselves. They rely on their ability to control their emotions. And so ultimately, you guys, interesting, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. Let's go ahead and talk about this because for them, Seven of Swords comes in. This is how they see themselves in this connection. Seven of Swords is really can be quite a futile card. It's a card of futility. Things are never really working out. It's also a card for treachery and sneakiness and lying and thief in the night energy, right? And it's like your person feels like they might have to lean into that for this connection, to see what's going on. They may have stalker tendencies or they may have tendencies, listen, they may have some toxic tendencies, but they're aware of it. I feel like they're aware of it with this strength card here, and they're going to try to be challenging themselves not to lean into that. Ace of Cups is what comes in for you. And so I do believe that, this is a time reading as well in Capricorn, whereas here you're on the fence, you're not really quite sure. This person has come into you for a reason. The wheel brings things, people, places, and things to you for a reason. So that. But you're having too much fun right now. You're too free. You're too independent. Nevertheless, Ace of Cups, you fall in love with this person. Love comes in here. And, I'm going to say over this next period, and these readings are weekly love readings, so they often really are, over the next 7 to 10 to 14 days. But over this next period, your heart begins to really warm up and warm up and warm up. And I think you have this epiphany that, oh my God, I think I am actually kind of falling for this person, right? Now, let's get clarity on that because you do end up with a Five of Swords, which is some headaches, some arguments. This could well involve some of the other people in your life. Because like I said, right now you're single, but you are mingling, so you got other people in your life. And it feels like there's a little bit of a headache on the horizon for you here with having to deal with them. Three of Pentacles, yes. Oh, and Eight of Cups. Interesting. So for you, Three of Pentacles coming in, working towards something. This love connection comes in, this desire for love, this feeling for love comes in, and you start to work towards it. You start to put some effort in, and yes, it causes you no amount of headache with that Five of Swords here because I think it's a little bit bumpy in the beginning. Okay, there is some arguments with people or disagreements with people who are currently wanting your energy. Also, maybe a little bit of disagreement with this person as you guys move closer toward each other, because this person is a very much more sort of like grounded, earthy, Capricorn, you're earth, yeah, but you're quite fiery right now. This individual here is wanting something very stable, very sort of like, we're together, and that's, and I think you rebel against that a little bit here. And so there's a little bit of shadow, but these are just the energies that are possible. This Five of Swords and Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, Five of Swords and Ace of Wands. But your person, Capricorn, your person comes in, Eight of Cups and Ace of Wands. Yeah, there is a walking away that happens here, and a whole new sort of a love comes in. Now, watch out, because it could indeed be that you wait so long to pull this trigger here or to realize that there's love here for your person, that by time this Ace of Cups comes in, by time you realize that you really have feelings and want to work towards something with this person, they may have left. They may have walked away because there's a new connection on the horizon here. Ace of Wands energy, new strong love, very possibly strong love. Ace of Wands is the phallic, so a strong new lust component is coming in. Capricorn, this connection you have with somebody, you may have sort of let it go for too long. You know what I mean? You may have continued to play a little bit of these games a little bit too long, have your freedom a little bit too long. You may have been too elusive and wishy-washy with them here. They see you as moon energy. They can't get a handle on you at all. And so indeed, for some of you, they may decide, okay, you know what? I think I'm ready to step off with somebody else. So let's pull this down for your for your oracle pulls. Yeah, this is a timing here. Now, of course, these tarot readings are only a snapshot into what could possibly be going on if everything remains the same. But of course, Capricorn, your life is your own. Your decisions are your own. It's up to you. You could decide today that, hey, maybe I should be a bit more intentional here before I lose this possible connection. All right, we have communication. Yes, this is necessary. Some communication is very necessary here, especially if you're starting to now realize that, yeah, I want this person, and support comes in. So communication and support. Yes. Are you going to support this? Are you going to encourage this connection? Are you going to communicate about things? Or are you going to continue to be quiet, continue to kind of like just go about your own sort of business here, doing what you want to do, and then very much too late realizing that, your person is not going to be around forever. Certainly if they can't get a read on how you feel, they're not going to stick around forever for that. And there is a new love. There's a new opportunity. At least aces are opportunities, baby. There's a new opportunity for a strong connection to come in for them. And by the time you arrive over here to see if there's any chance left with them, they're long gone. There's nothing left. There's no chance left. There's nothing left in those cups now. Bumblebee energy, bee energy, and the zebra, our animal spirits. Let's go ahead and take a look at these two animal spirits. We have air animal spirit, the bee, and fire animal spirit, the zebra. The bee, first of all, beautiful energy, social, helpful, industrious. The bee is the one who wants everybody to do well. He wants the whole colony to do well. So the bee is that beautiful, strong air energy in a group of friends or amongst friends, amongst a social group or a community that really kind of like gets around and makes sure everybody's happy, make sure everybody's involved in the process. Everybody wants to be around the person who resonates with this energy. Zebra energy is fire, and the zebra is the animal spirit for uniqueness, quirkiness, eccentricity, right? The artist, right? The artist. Zebra is definitely the animal spirit for the artist, the person who is singular, unique. The zebra is strong, is infectious energy. Whenever somebody embodies this animal spirit and they are around, they really make you want to be more of yourself, more of your unique self, to celebrate your uniqueness. And it's really contagious. So again, another beautiful animal spirit that is a supportive energy here. There's no warning here, right? It's all supportive. All right, let's get your divine sun oracles out. This is it's an interesting, nice connection here, Capricorn, but there's a timing factor here. Will you be too late? Control, giving up control and publicity. All right, y'all. Jupiter and Capricorn energy, and we have Jupiter and Leo energy. So it's all about Jupiter here with these particular cards. Jupiter, of course, ruling the sign of Sagittarius. Some of you may have Sagittarius in your chart, but in either way, this is all about, the ability, luck, and expansion, and manifesting. Are you controlling your destiny? Are you in control of your destiny and your manifestations, or are you leaving everything just to luck? And the same thing here in terms of publicity. Publicity, Jupiter and Leo is like, yeah, is the attention that you're getting the type of attention you want or not, right? Is the attention expansive and beautiful, or is it, arrogant and spotlight is on you for all the wrong reasons? So control and publicity is here. Do take care, Capricorn. You only have a window of time with this individual, and more than anything that I see here is regret. Five of Swords, Eight of Cups, the regret of not arriving sooner. Also, that Seven of Swords here, I believe for some of you, your person really, this person isn't squeaky clean either, and there's some sneakiness here, which they kind of lean into also, I think, if, as I say, it continues to be this confusion here about who you are, what you truly desire. They may react in a toxic way simply out of the belief that you are up to toxicity, but of course they don't know because you're not communicating. You must communicate with this person if you want to have any kind of sort of good future here moving forward. If you want to have that Chariot energy, you guys want to do this adventure. They're ready for it here. Right here, they're absolutely ready for it. You're the one who's pulling back, pulling back. If you keep pulling and pulling, pulling, it will snap and they will go. All right, Capricorn, this is your weekly love tarot reading. I do hope it resonated. If you enjoyed the reading, you got anything out of it, just smash that like button. That's the only thing I ask for. Just hit that like. That really helps me out a lot on YouTube. But for right now, guys, Capricorn cross watchers, and everyone else who was here today, thank you so much for joining me for this weekly love tarot reading. I wish you love, life, and happiness. And I hope to see you guys next week, next Thursday here at Bow and Arrow Tarot for your weekly love outlook. Bye-bye now.